Hello and welcome back everyone to the Sportsway YouTube channel. Today we're back here but with a different kind of a video. As you can see, it's probably just me here sharing my thoughts on some of the things which have been going around and some of the things which people have wanted to hear, some of the things which people would like to see being clear out. And I'm just here to share my opinion on a few things regarding Cristiano Ronaldo. As we know, the big man turns 37 in a few days, and he's still going strong at the top of his game. But of course, there are doubts regarding his consistency at the top level and how he has continued to perform. For me, I think he's still one of the very best players in the world, and this is something which we're going to discuss today in the video as to whether or not he is the problem for Manchester United, and what are my thoughts on it. And I would love to see how many of you agree with me. Uh, but let's get on with it. Let's discuss. And first things first, मैं बहुत frank होके बोलता हूँ. A lot of people come to me and they're like, "Is Cristiano Ronaldo might be the problem for Manchester United?" And I'm just like, how can someone be a problem for a team who wasn't winning anything in the first place? I know this is not something which is very much tactical or something. लोगों के tactical reasons होते हैं, मैं उनमें भी जाऊंगा. But from a very normal perspective, मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड एक ऐसा क्लब है जिसने पिछले 5 साल में कुछ नहीं जीता है. रोनाल्डो हैड एन ऑफर फ्रॉम सिटी ऑन द टेबल. कुछ जाने को जा सकता था पेप गार्डियोला की टीम में, बट ही कम्स बैक टू हिज होम ग्रोन क्लब. टू व्हाई? टू ब्रिंग देम बैक टू द टॉप. 6 महीने उसे आए हुए नहीं, एंड तुम्हारे स्टार बॉयज ने परफॉर्म करना बंद कर दिया. उसके अंदर उसकी क्या गलती है? There is so much wrong with the Manchester United fan base at the moment. I don't want to tear into it. And of course, यहाँ पे I'm sure मेरी comment में Messi fanboys आएंगे and they'll be like, he's just trying to defend Ronaldo because he hasn't scored a league goal in like since 28th of December, I believe. But that is actually not the reason. Even if you ask a prop, I mean, I would consider myself a decent person with a decent knowledge of the game. But even if you ask an expert would start off with the same thing. Ki Manchester United right now is a mid-table club. It's not a top four club. It came second last season. It came third the previous season. Before that, it was sixth. So let's be honest there. They haven't won a trophy since 2017. It is a big deal. अगर आप किसी बड़े क्लब को जाके कंपेयर करोगे, if you compare them to the likes of Real Madrid, जिनसे उनका कंपैरिजन होना भी चाहिए, or even with Bayern Munich, or even with PSG. PSG not a huge club, but even with Liverpool, then Liverpool and all have done better, and it is important for big clubs to win trophies. And I think it was a very good move to bring Ronaldo into the club, because more than bringing a certain profile of players, you need players who can lift the dressing room and lift the standards of the club. That being said, this season has always been मतलब काफी tough season रहा है for United in general. I think they have struggled since the start, and Ronaldo right now sits on 14 goals in 23 games. Of course, he is the top scorer for Manchester United, but a lot of people are saying कि उसके standard के हिसाब से कम है. Well, I'll be honest, उसके standard के हिसाब से कम है. उसके standard के हिसाब से actually कम है. बट इसके अंदर किसकी कितनी गलती है, दैट इज व्हाट वी आर गोइंग टू डिस्कस टुडे. एंड जहां तक मेरे को याद है, when the season started, United stuck to a 4-2-3-1 in which Ronaldo was being played as a lone strike. That is rule number one of playing Cristiano Ronaldo. You don't play him as a lone striker. I personally want to ask anybody who's watching this video, who has been a Real Madrid fan, who has been watching Ronaldo, name one coach who was successful by playing him as a lone striker. There is no coach. There is no coach, because no coach is foolish enough to play him as a lone striker. And of course, Ole Gunnar Solskjaer is sacked, and that is the reason behind it, because he was not a good manager. He does not know how to fit in players into a system. That being said, Ronaldo is never going to say no to a coach when it comes to his playing position. He's a very dedicated professional, so of course he will play in whichever position you want him to play. But going up, that was one of the biggest concerns, and I think Ronaldo, although scored majority of his goals under Ole, but he was being played out of position, and the team had no base. The team had no identity. The team did not know how to play top level football, and I think that is where Ralph Rangnick comes in. तो अभी अभी बहुत सारे लोग were speculating that Ralph Rangnick is not going to like Ronaldo because Ronaldo does not press. I think that got cleared out in the first game itself when Ralph Rangnick said that he has an incredible work rate and he actually likes the way Ronaldo controls his pressing and everything else. That was thrown out of the window. First week, first game against Crystal Palace, that was thrown out of the window. Of course, yeah, देखो, Ralph Rangnick is a guy who wants to play, who wants to make this a team. He does not want this to be 10 players and Ronaldo. He wants this to be a team. And उस चीज में I support him because अगर किसी क्लब को ट्रॉफी जीतनी है, then it needs to be 11 players together on the pitch, and of course you have that one special player. But the identity and the base of the team is 11 players. It's not 10 plus 1. That is what Ralph Ragnick is trying to do right now. And he has come and he has been in charge for 10 games now. 6 wins, 3 draws, and 1 loss. I don't think it's a bad start. Given the position United were in, given the mentality of the players, I don't think it's a bad start. Coming on to Ronaldo, हमने रैल्फ रैंगनिक के अंदर 4-2-2-2 वाला सिस्टम देखा. It did not work at all. It was haywire. There was no control in the game. Good of him to accept it and to change it. And now we are seeing a very standard 4-3-3 in which the front three is usually two wingers and Ronaldo in the middle. That brings me back to the first problem, that Ronaldo is not a lone striker. Ronaldo is not a lone striker. But in a 4-3-3, the system is very dynamic, and that is the thing with Ralph Rangnick. He realizes that he needs to play a dynamic system. He cannot play a fixed system with these players. In a 4-2-2-2, you are very rigid. In a 4-3-3, everybody has the space to move around and to see what they want to do. So perhaps playing Ronaldo in that system, not such a bad idea. I think it is something that can reap rewards. Now 4-3-3 खिलाने का सबसे बड़ा advantage ये है कि United can have control on their game, which is something which we saw against Brentford, which is something which we saw against Aston Villa till the 70th minute, which is also something which we saw against West Ham. I think the West Ham game, they had a lot of control, which is a good thing. Because इनसे क्या होता है कि players like McTominay, players like Fred, they're actually adapting, they're listening to the manager. They're using their brain rather than just playing off vibes. Even Bruno Fernandes, instead of hero balling, he is just playing normal passes. But the problem which I felt, the problem which there is right now, is the fluidity in attack. There is fluidity from building out from the back. आप एक 3 phases में अगर एक pitch divided है, defense, midfield, attack, आपकी डिफेंस टू मिडफील्ड की ट्रांजिशन स्मूदर, मोर बैलेंस्ड. मिडफील्ड से अटैक की ट्रांजिशन स्मूदर, मोर बैलेंस्ड. बट अटैक से फाइनल थर्ड में गोल मारने की ट्रांजिशन स्ट्रगल्स. एंड वन ऑफ द मेजर रीजंस बिहाइंड दैट इज, जब आप फाइनल थर्ड में पहुंचते हो, जब आप अटैकिंग एरिया में पहुंचते हो, योर टीम लूजेस फ्लूइडिटी. एंड रोनाल्डो हैज टू ड्रॉप डीप, he has to play in a pass, he has to make sure that the ball is being spread out to the wings, he has to make sure that there is composure. What that does is कि वो उसको उसकी attacking position से drag out करता है, and by the time there is a chance for someone to cross in the ball, box can कोई नहीं है. Which is why I think a two striker system can benefit, but अगर आपको रोनाल्डो को एज अ लोन स्ट्राइकर खिलाना भी है, then you have to take that responsibility of him. I think Ronaldo personally very good against Brentford. I know he was not happy with the substitution, but when you look at his passes, when you look at his work rate, when you look at his vision, very good against Brentford. Even better against West Ham. because I think he adapted a bit more to the role. He understood कि उसको और थोड़ा deep आना पड़ेगा, उसको और ball pick up करनी पड़ेगी before actually going out and waiting for the final ball. And that was one of the reasons why I think his West Ham performance was very balanced. It was very good. But the reason why United are not scoring goals is not Ronaldo. The reason is the two wider players, the likes of Greenwood and the likes of Ilanga. Ilanga is a promising player. I believe he's a promising player. I believe he's someone who's got good control on the ball as well. लेकिन यार हर प्लेयर का एक स्टेज होता है. He has to be confident enough to do things which can help the team, which he is not showing 100% right now. Greenwood के साथ उल्टा है. He is an overconfident player. He is way too overconfident, and it's more like he's showing 120% of what is asked of him, which is not good, which is not good for the team at the moment, because I think there have been multiple times on transitions where Greenwood needs to pick out a pass and he attempts to shoot. Greenwood की problem ये है कि he is not a creative player. Ilanga की problem ये है कि he is also not a creative player. So who's gonna create? Who's gonna make sure that there is fluidity in the attack? Ronaldo. उसी के ऊपर आई ना यार रिस्पॉन्सिबिलिटी. और कौन बचा? ग्रीनवुड कर नहीं रहा, सीख भी नहीं रहा, कर भी नहीं रहा. इलांगा अभी अभी आया है, कर नहीं पा रहा. तो बचा कौन? बचा रोनाल्डो और ब्रूनो, और वही दोनों लिंक अप कर रहे होते हैं मिडिल ऑफ द पार्क में भी और फाइनल थर्ड में भी. उसमें भी ब्रूनो लूजेस कंपोजर एट टाइम्स. अगर किसी ने वेस्ट हैम वाला गेम देखा होगा, then they will realize the importance of Anthony Martial in the team. Anthony Martial के आते ही a burden is off Ronaldo's shoulder, because constantly wing पे एक overload create हो रहा है जो एंथनी इलांगा और मेसन ग्रीनवुड क्रिएट करने में फेल करते हैं. हर फॉर 80 मिनट्स दे फेल. आई थिंक वेस्ट हैम वाले गेम में आई लुक्ड Greenwood hardly exchanged 6 passes with Cristiano Ronaldo in the whole 80 minutes. Anthony Elanga only exchanged 4 passes with Ronaldo. So there is a dysfunctional front three. You have a balanced player in the middle, an overconfident player on the right, and an underconfident player on the left. एंथनी मार्शियल इज समवन जिसके पास कंट्रोल है बॉल पे, जिसके पास विजन है टू प्ले दोस 1-2s, एंड आई थिंक दैट इज व्हाई ही ब्रॉट अ लॉट मोर डायरेक्टनेस इन द अटैक. अगर आप लोगों ने नोटिस भी किया होगा, whenever Anthony Martial gets the ball on the left wing, Ronaldo makes himself available between two defenders. Anthony Martial picks it out. He has the ability to play the pass between two defenders. Ronaldo has the ability to lay it off for him. जो फाइनल गोल उन्होंने मारा है वेस्ट हैम के अगेंस्ट, the reason of that goal was Ronaldo chested the ball down. He dribbled. 2 players उसको block करने के लिए आए. Martial एकदम immediately Martial came to support him. And Ronaldo laid the perfect ball. Martial played the perfect ball. Goal. Simple, beautiful goal. But इसका reason क्या है? इसका reason ये है कि all the players involved in the goal are not they are not rigid players. They did not look to shoot whenever they saw the chance. They look to find a teammate. They look to be patient until that final pass is available. अगर किसी को 16-17 की Real Madrid side याद है, why was Ronaldo such a good poacher? Why was he such a good poacher? Why was he so good at poaching and scoring goals, always in the right position? Because जो बाकी 5 players होते थे, including Casemiro, Modric, Cruz, and Benzema and Isco, these 5 players were very good at holding the ball. They were very good at keeping the ball close to the goal scoring areas. जब ये आपके लिए 5 लोग बॉल होल्ड कर रहे हैं, तो आपको लिंकअप करने की जरूरत नहीं है. ऑल यू हैव टू डू इज डायरेक्ट योर रन्स, मेक श्योर आप डिफेंडर्स को कंफ्यूज करो, एंड जब तक आपके पास बॉल है तब तक यू हैव द चांस टू क्रॉस एंड स्कोर. बट राइट नाउ दैट इज नॉट हैपनिंग, बिकॉज जैसे ही ग्रीनवुड के पास बॉल आती है वो कट इन करके शूट करने की कोशिश करता है, जैसे ही इलांगा के पास बॉल आती है वो पीछे बैक पास कर देता है. ही डज नॉट टेक अ प्लेयर ऑन ऑलवेज. तो ये सब कुछ करना किसको पड़ रहा है? ये सब कुछ करना रोनाल्डो को पड़ रहा है, विच मीन्स वो बॉक्स में नहीं है, विच मीन्स उसके लिए क्रिएटिव आउटपुट नहीं है, विच इज अ प्रॉब्लम. एंड दिस इज गोइंग टू बी अ बिग प्रॉब्लम गोइंग फॉरवर्ड इन द चैंपियंस लीग, अगर आपको चैंपियंस लीग जीतनी है तो. सो माई एडवाइस एंड माई टैक्टिकल knowledge tells me that Anthony Martial needs to play on a regular basis, and Jadon Sancho needs to play on a regular basis. They need to replace the wingers. अगर Ralph Rangnick really wants to be in a dominant position at all times in the final third. Agar Ralph Rangnick means what he says in the press conference, then he definitely wants Ronaldo in the box at all times and he wants the team to hold the ball for him. वो तभी होगा जब आप टेक्निकली एस्टूट प्लेयर्स को खिलाओगे. ग्रीनवुड, he is an instinctive player. He's not a technical player. Elanga is a technical player who's underconfident. Ronaldo is technical and instinctive. Martial is more technical than instinctive. So I think that can be a very good combination. I think that can really benefit uh, Ronaldo. That can, and if it benefits Ronaldo, it benefits Manchester United. Let's get very. There's one thing very clear. अगर रोनाल्डो एक सिस्टम से बेनिफिट कर रहा है तो मैनचेस्टर यूनाइटेड भी उस सिस्टम से बेनिफिट कर रही है. And I think now is the perfect time for them to focus on this because the defense has improved. The midfield is improving. Now they need to improve the attack. And in the attack, now they need to play the right players. Because गलत players को अगर आप final third में खिलाओगे तो आपका पूरा जो midfield और defense का काम है खत्म. वो सारा पानी फिर जाएगा उस पर. बिकॉज अगर आपकी डिसीजन मेकिंग फाइनल थर्ड में खराब है तो फिर आप गोल कंसीड करोगे. अगेंस्ट बिग टीम्स यू विल कंसीड अ गोल काउंटर अटैक पे. दैट इज व्हाई द राइट प्लेयर्स नीड टू प्ले एंड दीज चांसेस, दीज हाफ चांसेस व्हिच दे क्रिएट need to be converted into full chances. उसके लिए I think the key going forward is Martial, Ronaldo and Sancho in attack. And that is it. That's how I'm gonna wrap this one up. थोड़ी लंबी हो गई but I hope you guys like it. Something different for you guys. And we'll see you soon. Let me know if you guys agree with me. And we'll definitely see more of this and we'll see more of United. Let's see what happens. They've got an FA Cup game coming really soon. And it's a knockout game. Let's see what Ralph Rangnick does. And comment your thoughts on what Rangnick has done with the team and how he has changed it. We'll see you soon.